Poll shows big problem for Trump's trade deal. So, there's a recent poll indicating that a lot of people in both the US and the UK support a trade deal, but there's a catch, right?
Yes, that's correct. The poll shows that less than one-third of people in the UK trust Trump to uphold the deal.
That's a significant concern. And what about the Americans? How do they feel?
Interestingly, only 44% of Americans believe Trump would abide by the agreement, which raises questions about his credibility.
Right, and nearly half of Americans think his unpredictability is the biggest barrier to negotiations, including some of his own voters.
Exactly. This unpredictability has eroded trust and could push allies toward rivals like China.
Speaking of China, a plurality of British adults believe they would be a more reliable trading partner than the US. What does that say?
It suggests a shifting perception. Many young UK adults see China as a more stable partner, which could have long-term implications.
That's a stark contrast to the historical relationship between the US and UK. How does this affect the trade deal?
Well, even though the UK deal is relatively easy to broker, the lack of trust complicates negotiations in future partnerships.
It seems like the specifics of the deal matter less to Americans as long as there are no new tariffs.
True, but the overall sentiment about Trump's approach to tariffs could damage the US image both domestically and internationally.
So, there's news that the US is nearing a trade deal with the UK. That seems significant.
Absolutely. A recent poll showed that a majority of adults in both countries support this deal, highlighting its importance for economic and national security reasons.
Interesting. This poll was conducted by Public First for Politico, right? Around 2,000 adults were surveyed from April 23 to 27.
Exactly. And while the US ran a trade surplus with Britain, the British automobile and steel sectors faced challenges due to tariffs imposed by the Trump administration.
Right, I read that the UK exported $11.8 billion in automobiles to the US in 2024. That's a huge market.
Yes, and the new framework announced includes tariff relief for those sectors while ensuring the UK opens its market to US agriculture and machinery.
So, it sounds like a win-win situation. But are people confident that the deal will stick?
There's skepticism, actually. The poll revealed that 47% of Americans see Trump's unpredictability as a significant barrier to negotiations.
That's concerning. And only 34% of Americans support Trump's decision to impose tariffs on other countries.
Indeed. It seems the White House hasn't effectively communicated the benefits of these tariffs to the public.
It's fascinating how complex these trade relationships can be, especially with key allies.
Definitely. The implications of these negotiations extend beyond just economics, they affect international relations as well.